In this video, we're going to go over the most common things I hear from the beginners that I work with that prevents them from having success in high ticket sales. Basically, the things that keep them from either getting started or sticking with this, and ultimately what keeps them from making a lot of money. So if I'd had a video like this, it would have been exactly what I needed to hear, and it would have helped me a lot. So I hope it helps you. And most of these things are not actually obstacles. They're just things people are telling themselves that they're allowing themselves to stop them from doing anything. The first one is, well, I don't know exactly what to do. I hear this 100 times a day. And then since they don't know what to do, they just don't do anything at all. And this is a big problem. I have some news for you. No one in the history of the universe, of the galaxy, of the Milky Way has ever known exactly what to do before they started something new. How could you know exactly what to do if you've never done something before? You're not going to have a complete picture of what to do before you start anything. You just do the first thing, you take the first step, and then you just figure it out along the way. That is how it's always gone for me, whether it was with the gym, sales, business, and for every successful mentor or entrepreneur that I've ever spoken to. No one has ever told me it's been different than this. So what they didn't have was some golden plan. They just showed up every day and did the work when they felt uncertain, and then you just figure it out as you go. And then one day you basically teleport there, you get there. So you just need to start when you don't feel ready, when you feel uncertain. And this is how you're gonna feel, honestly, most days. That's just normal for accomplishing goals or making money or whatever it is. If you just watch all my videos on this channel, I give you all the information to get started. Yet people will still do nothing. They're just trying to see the entire path before they've even gotten started, and that's just not going to happen. You can't see the future. The path is only going to unfold as you keep taking the next step. And back when I was procrastinating and I couldn't make a move and I was just watching YouTube videos endlessly, I was in this old Sam Ovens course. I don't know if anybody watching this knows who Sam Ovens is, but it was Consulting Accelerator. This was during the pandemic, and he was saying that everyone tries to see the entire staircase before they've even taken the first step, and that's just not possible. That's not reality, because you can only see the very next step. And then once you take that step, you can see the next one. And the feedback you get from taking each step is going to show you how to take the next one, and so on and so forth. So you can't just sit on the first step and watch some video and know exactly what's going to happen on the next 200 steps you need to take, right? And I don't know about for you, but the way him putting it that way was immensely helpful. It was like a light bulb going off for me, and I was like, oh damn, I just need to stop being a bitch, basically. I'm the problem. I have to make moves even when things are uncertain. It's not someone's responsibility on YouTube to give me some magical plan, because that's not a real thing anyway. Everything is up to me. I have to take the steps. That's just the way it is. That is just life. That is succeeding. And if there existed some golden, easy, step-by-step plan that allowed you to succeed and make tons of money without ever having to feel uncomfortable or ever make any mistakes, then everyone on earth would be rich and successful. You see what I'm saying? That was the click for me. I was like, oh, that doesn't exist. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be hard and difficult. That's why most people don't have money or don't have success, right? This was a huge epiphany for me. And this is why most people, they don't do anything, because they think there's a plan like this that exists, and oh, rich people are gatekeeping it from them. This is a huge reason. This is a huge reason most people don't do shit, because of that stupid belief. Or they think that making one mistake means that they have failed completely. Oh, I can't make any mistakes. Bro, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. Just solve the problem and keep going. Try again, never stop trying, win. That's how it plays out. Business is really just about solving problems. Sales is about solving, every sales call I'm on, I'm just trying to solve problems with people to get them to see I have the solution to their problems and get them to close. Life is about solving problems. Everything is about solving problems. If you get good at solving problems, you will literally win at everything. Business, sales, life, relationships, anything you want. But since people are afraid to try even one time at anything, that's why they're average, poor losers. You see what I'm saying? If you don't try anything, you're never going to learn how to solve problems. And solving problems is the key to succeeding in any area of life. But you don't ever do anything. You live in a fantasy up here and you take no action ever, so you build no problem solving skills or succeeding skills, so you get nowhere. And then you make up quotes and stories on the internet because now you're angry because you're not doing anything. So there's all this turmoil inside and you're like, it's my circumstances. It's not my fault. It's their fault. You see what I'm saying? This is 99% of people. I just solved the greatest mystery of why all humans are not successful right here in this YouTube video that's going to get like 20 views. Isn't that crazy? You just need to try. If there was one word to solve all your problems, it would be try. Tomorrow, try. Tomorrow, try. What'd you do today? You didn't try. People are also worried about doing the wrong thing or doing something the wrong way. And again, I've done a ton of shit the wrong way. I post the wrong content all the time. It doesn't matter because that's how you figure out what the right thing to do is. And in high ticket sales, a lot of times you're going to apply to the wrong type of business. You're going to reach out to the wrong type of business. But you figure out and hit the right ones and what the good roles are just by sending the messages and doing the applications. And if you are this concerned with finding some exact like step-by-step plan, getting as close as you can to that, then you need to join a program like mine. Because I can hold your hand and I can walk you through every step. And when you make a mistake, I can be like, hey, it's no big deal. Okay, here's how we're going to solve it. The world's not ending, right? And if you don't want to do that, then just take all the info on this YouTube channel, wherever else you can find info on YouTube, and just do the work on your own. Piece it together as you go. Mistakes are just part of the game. There's no secret, foolproof plan that some guy on the internet is like gatekeeping from you. That's not real, bro. There are too many variables in reality for there to be this simple walk this path, never make a mistake plan. You know what I'm saying? That's not real, okay? Everyone makes mistakes and everyone hits obstacles. It's the people who just say, hey, this is no big deal, and they keep going anyways that end up succeeding. The people who cannot handle ups and downs and freak out, they just quit and they give up. Now, the next thing that keeps a lot of people from starting or succeeding is they are looking for, and this is a big one, they are looking for what I call a time/money back guarantee. What does this mean? Before people will start working on anything, before they will take the first step towards anything, they want to know 100% that it's going to work. Otherwise, they're not going to do anything. They want a guarantee on the time that they might put into this or the money that they might spend on this. I have to know that I will get a return. But again, this is not reality. They are basically, and this is the average person disease, they're basically trying to avoid any effort on their part, any work at all, unless they know for a fact that it's going to work out. And this is how a loser thinks. Well, I don't want to do something unless I know it's going to work. Why would I get off the couch? I don't want to look like an idiot. I don't want to try something and fail and look stupid. No winner in the history of Earth has ever thought this way. I don't think about these things at all. I don't give a fuck about looking stupid. The winner has already fired at like 5 other opportunities and has lapped you 10 times because he doesn't care about wasted effort or what people think. He just wants to win. His priority is winning. Your priority is all this nonsense. Like, what will people think? I don't want to look stupid. You know? The winner cares about winning. You care about this stuff. That's why he's winning and you're not. He's not worrying about what people think or if he looks stupid. He's just trying to win and he's focused on doing the work. My Instagram account barely has 1,000 followers. And there's still just every day people talking shit to me on my reels and get like 200 views. I'm not paying attention to that. You think I give a fuck? Bro, I'm doing the work. You see what I'm saying? And again, when it comes to wanting this time money back guarantee for your effort, there's no way to see the future. I have put a ton of time into things that have failed, and I've learned a ton of lessons from that got me here today. So how could any of that have been wasted time? And none of it was this like ultimate failure that people are afraid of. And for a more extreme example, let's say you take the easiest business model in the entire world, which in my opinion would be selling CRCK. I left out the A in the middle because I can't say these words on YouTube. And there's still no way for you to know that that business would succeed. That business sells itself. Your customers are going to come back to you forever because they're addicted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do anything but stand on a street corner. You don't have to market. You don't have to do sales. You don't have to do anything. They're going to come to you. And there's still no way to know that you will succeed. You see what I'm saying? You have to do things to know what's going to happen. So when people come, or when it comes to like high ticket sales, they will say to me, well, they do this on sales calls or in the DMs. They'll be like, well, how do I know for a fact that I'll get a good job if I do this? And the answer is, if you follow, this is the way they sound to me when they do this. There's like, and the answer is, if you follow the process that you were given, just like, and I don't take these people on, by the way, but if you follow the process, because you're telling me that you're a loser and I'm not going to sell to you, if you follow the process that you were given, just like the other people who have followed this same process, you will succeed. But I cannot control you. I cannot control if you go on the interview and you're fucking weird. I can't control if you go on the interview and you shit your pants. I can't control if we do all this work and land you a really good opportunity, but then you slack off and you're lazy once you get into the role. I can't control if you're consistent. I can't control if you do the work. These things are in your control. So how could I guarantee your success? You see how ridiculous it is to put your success as someone else's responsibility? But what I will do is I will give you a tried and tested, proven process to get a proven sales job that many, many other people are doing successfully. And if you do the work, then there's an extreme likelihood that you will succeed. You have to do shit in the real world to succeed. And most people don't do anything. If you go out onto the street and let's make like a series of this. You go up to 1,000 people and you ask all 1,000, go to any city, go to a big city, wherever it's more likely you're going to get this answer. Go, hey, what actions did you take towards your goals today? 1,000 of them are going to say, they didn't do anything. Bro, they did nothing. They watched TV. They scrolled. You have to do shit in the real world to succeed. And most people do not do anything. YouTube cannot help you. A guy online cannot help you. Scrolling cannot help you. And this is a huge problem with people in general these days. They just don't do anything. They're on social media 18 hours a day. They don't try to start a business. They don't try to get a better job. They don't try and meet new people or meet girls or talk to new people ever or get outside of their comfort zone ever or go to a new place or anything. And if they do try something and it doesn't work out immediately or they face any resistance at all, they start crying and run home and screaming on the internet. But if these same people would keep trying things, some of them would fail. But then some of them would work, and then their life would be in this wildly different, better place. That's all that I did. And with high ticket sales, anyone I know that has, whether it was in my program or not, every single person, anyone that has tried hard at this and stuck with it, either succeeds in their first role or they succeeded on the next role. And all of them made a lot of money. I have not met one person, whether it's through the internet, in real life, on my program, that is stuck with high ticket sales that has not been like, this was the best fucking decision I ever made. Not one person. You know, it's the giving up and the quitting, the crying, the complaining on the internet. That's why people are where they're at, because they don't do anything. And if you go to the average person, you're like, hey, why are you trying? Why are you doing something? Have you been working at something for 6 months to a year? They're going to be like, 6 months to a year? What, bro? Like, what are you doing? They will instantly have diarrhea excuses and cope as to why they're not doing anything. But they live in a delusion because they're not doing anything. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to make this choice. If you decide that you're going to start doing stuff and taking action, your life is going to change. That's going to make you uncomfortable. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail. You're not going to be comfortable anymore. And all these crabs in the bucket over here you're trying to leave behind, they're going to start talking about you. So you can either stay one of these losers and wake up at 90 and be like, fuck, I never did shit. I'm a loser. Or you can go through all this to try to get what you want out of life and just have to deal with all this. It's just a choice, bro. There is no middle. Do you understand? There's no middle. It's one or the other. But not knowing what to do is not a reason not to do something, okay? Failing at something is not a reason to give up entirely, all right? These are false beliefs that you have in your mind, and you have the power to change those instantly. And I'm making this video because I dealt with this stuff, okay? And this is how most people think. This is very common, these thought trains that I'm talking about and these beginner issues I see that keep people from succeeding. But if you just dive in and commit and you say, hey, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna ask for help when I need it. I'm not gonna complain and be negative or get caught up in comment sections and shit. I'll just keep going when it gets difficult. If you do all that, you're gonna figure it out. It'll probably just take longer than you think, and that's totally normal. There's nothing wrong if that's your situation. There is no easy button. There is no download this entire file of YouTube videos and now you have all the answers in your brain like Megamind and you'll never make a mistake or look dumb ever. That's not real. The closest thing to that is joining a program, whether it's mine or someone else's, where you have direct access to people that can help you directly and work with you and your situation. And if you don't want to do that, you can just use the information that you can find online and figure it out yourself, which many people have done because they didn't let the things in this video stop them. The things that I'm talking about in this video stop them, whatever. Lastly, the people that come into my program that do the absolute best are the ones that just send it. They're not worried about making mistakes. They aren't worried, did I do this perfectly or correctly? They're just fucking firing, bro. They're just doing it ugly. They aren't getting hung up on, oh, what if I pay for this program and it doesn't work? What if I mess up and people talk about me? The people that succeed are not thinking about these things. They're not thinking about any of that. This isn't even in their reality. They just want to succeed, so they take massive action every single day. And when they make mistakes, just brush it off. No big deal. They just keep going. They don't let that stop them. They have decided, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do whatever it takes because they really want the results, like we talked about earlier. And that's what they care about. And these people always succeed from what I've seen. And I can tell you this because I've been both people. I've been the first person who could not make a move without having an entire perfect plan in front of me, which again doesn't exist, and I never did shit and I never got anywhere. And now I'm the person I am today who just sends it. I just do everything ugly. I don't think, I just do it. And my life is wildly better today than it ever was before, and I can honestly say that's probably the reason why. Because I didn't stop to think, I just constantly started doing shit. And then it just unfolds, and then it's a snowball, and you, like I said, you wake up, you like teleport. You're like, oh, crazy. That's how you end up with the things that you want, all right? Life is about doing shit, making mistakes, learning lessons, keeping on moving forward no matter what happens. What are you gonna do? Try something one time and then cry that it wasn't like, didn't play out like a movie, and then you're just gonna stay the same person your whole life? Is that what you're gonna do? These are the only two options. You know, there is no middle. But this is how you end up with the things you want, not by analyzing things like a dweeb before you even take the first step. And what I always try to give you like multiple angles to try to give people epiphanies, because sometimes I would hear someone say something one way and it wouldn't click, and then someone else would say it a different way and it would click. So for me, another way I'll say this to you is like, just look in the mirror and be like, I can't even take one step without letting a mistake stop me. Like, you're a grown man and one mistake is stopping you, one bad day, one little failure. Like that, I was fucking ashamed. Like, literally, you can't do shit if you like make a mistake here or there. Bro, I've made 10,000 fucking mistakes since then. Right? It's just be disgusted, bro. Be disgusted with that person. I don't know how else to tell you or help you. Anyways, if you want to get a high ticket sales role, that has been proven that you can do that and make 10K a month. Thousands of people are doing that. The process to do that is all over this YouTube channel and in my program. That is proven. Underline all caps. So don't let some small thing hang you up and keep you from making moves when you have the entire blueprint right in front of you. Get started, do it ugly, keep going forever. That's the end of the video. If you want my help getting a closer role or a setter role, go to the links in the description. Until next time.